Hello, welcome to the studio. I am Karen McCoy, and today we are going to talk about vulnerability in art. Have you ever created something so raw and it becomes so personal that you don't want to share it? It's kind of what we're going to be talking about today. And I'm going to share my story, my journey of how I did all the things of letting go through all of that. Let's go and cut the do not disturb. So until this evening, pull up the chat so we can chat with you. I meant to close up the blinds because I didn't want it to have a kind of a glare, but it looks like it's doing good. Now, country internet, it is that time of the month. It's the end of the month, kind of, sort of, where the internet acts a little wonky. So I'm going to try to log in on my phone so that I can keep up with what's going on. And if you're on Team Replay, because you know we love Team Replay, we do not disregard Team Replay because we are live right now. Team Replay, thank you for showing up for me. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for coming back, looking at it. Thank you for the watch time, because you know we're learning more about this watch time. And it's kind of important, and it's kind of, well, it is important. I'm not going to say it's not. It is important. So welcome to today's live. I am Karen McCoy, and I love helping creatives step into their authenticity. Whether you are a painter, whether you like art, whether you like creating all the things that I have around me, doesn't matter. Or you're just someone who expressed themselves in a way like maybe just a conversation. I don't know. Maybe your art is, let's see, maybe you're a singer, because some people sing. I don't sing. I do good at drawing, creating. But the thing that I want to do is I want to talk about the authenticity that a lot of people don't really get. I'm trying to say it maybe in a nice way. We're going to pause a little bit because I don't want to start and then people come in late. For whatever reason, I did not schedule like the live ahead of time. Let's see, Joy, I need my screen to change. Let's see. Sorry. When I say Joy, I need it to be on that side. See, got all these nice little tools. All right. How was your weekend? If you're on Team Replay, comment below. Leave me a comment. Let me know how your weekend are going. If you're going through and binge watching any of my videos or binge watching any of the lives, leave me a comment in the description box below and let me know how, for one, it's working out for you. My content, is it work for you? Does some things hit? And if the time, because I'm really trying to decide if I want to move the time, if this time is good. I know it's great for me because it's in the middle of the day. It's before my husband come home. It's in the paws of the dogs. So it's a good time. However, if you want to share and be on the live, like, and you want to do, maybe I can do too. We're not sure. So we're gonna kind of put that out there. So leave me a comment in the comment box below if you're on Team Replay. Hi, Dawn. How are you? If you're on Team Replay, let me know if there's a better time that you would like so that you can participate in the live, because I do the live 30, 45, an hour, but sometimes if it needs to go maybe at a certain time, or maybe if it needs to go longer because the engagement is great, I like to do that. I would love to do that for you because I'm here for you, okay? So today I have, let's see, hold on, they're over here. I left the other watercolor things that I had. I did a whole bunch. Dawn, are you out of the snow yet? Are you still deep in snow? Are you like can I say knee deep, or is it higher than knee deep? I have some things that are on the desk, so I'm going to wait. What time? Which usually try to wait to 5 minutes to give a little bit of time so that people that do want to join and be on the live, I give them time to get notified. So by the time I get my notification, then usually that lets me know that other people have gotten their notification, and we usually can start. I got some new watercolor pens. I've never tried these before. I got them in, I did a video of opening up some Happy Mail, and that was fun. My buddy sent me a little bag, well, a box, a bag. It was a bag of goodies. She always sends the best PJs because I'm one of those people at night. I don't like. I don't like to be hot. And Life Over 50 brings on this nice little summer that comes around about maybe 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So, and I don't like it. And so I try to sleep in things that are, it doesn't matter what I sleep in. It's going to get hot either way it goes. So I've learned that. But at least I'm cool. Okay. I have some things, and yes, we are. It's supposed to warm a bit tomorrow. So how you'll dig your car out. Oh wow. We got sun today for the sun literally just came out. So that the nice view that you're getting behind me, it literally just came out. Earlier today I had to go get Lily some food. Lily's doing great, by the way. It's been a week since she had her surgery, and she still can't interact with the other dogs because they'll be too rough, and she's still how do you say, still a little fragile because her incision is still, we don't want them to get to jumping around and then bump on her, and then so I'm still keeping her away from the other dogs. She's not happy about it at all. But we went to the mailbox today, and the dogs were in the field where they couldn't come out, and so they did a little kissy kissy, hello, how you doing, as she walked down to the mailbox with me and walked back. So that's about as much as she can handle with them dogs. So am I familiar with 2 a.m. Oh man, God, I don't care what you do. Well, I can say I sleep with a fan, I sleep with the window open. That helps, and then I drunk this tea. So I have this tea, and I guess it's doing whatever it does. I don't really care, but it's been better. So the last couple of months have been better. So since I've moved into this month, into this year, 2025, it's been better. Yeah. So Lily is doing better. Yes, yes, yes. So Team Replay, let me give you a quick. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you are here for the first time, I am Karen McCoy. I am the owner of, I guess you can say, Slap and Paint on Paper. That's kind of where the art thing has, but Renew Your Joy. But Karen McCoy, all things is the umbrella, but the whole business is image of success. What does success look like for you? Because what it looks like for you is not what it looks like for someone else. Somebody might tell me in my studio, I look successful being in my studio. Whereas I might say it's not my success. This doesn't define my success. So success is different for everyone. Hi, Bernadette. So image of success started years ago. As a matter of fact, when I was with Mary Kay, image. We were talking about image. Everybody wanted lipstick and eyeshadow, and I was trying to make sure that their skin stayed clear and take care of that because that's what's important. Okay. All right. Okay, we're here. So again, if you're on Team Replay, hit that subscribe button, that bell notification, so that you will be notified when I do go live. Because now the lives for the rest of the month are scheduled. I don't know what it was today. I even had to check the calendar to make sure I wasn't supposed to be somewhere, but I guess I just missed it, but I popped it up there. So today is going to be still the engagement of walking to next week, because next week is the start of our vulnerability series, how to live a very authentic life. And people use the word authentic so loosely these days. I don't think that they realize that sometimes we are not walking in our authentic self. And I'm going to include me in that because sometimes I still show up as that version that I feel the world wants to see. Because after being a mother who have lost 2 children tragically and a granddaughter, most people still see me as broken. Most people still see me as, I can't believe that you're still showing up. I can't believe that you still want to help people. Why shouldn't I? And so in my authentic self, I want to show up and show people how to grow through the pain and show up in their everyday life. Like here I am literally in the thing that gives me joy, right? But do I always come down here and have joy? No. There are some days when I really want to slap the hell out of somebody because of the pain that I have to go through. There are some days when I look at the art that I wrote that I tell myself that I have to forgive. I don't want to do it. But I'll still show up and people say, well, how are you doing? And I'll be like, oh, girl, I'm good. Not in my authentic self. So something simple, simple. When somebody asks you how you doing today, blessed and highly favored, are you really? Like, really? Or the one that I think the one that I hate is I'm too stressed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. Okay. I'm going to just leave that there. So I want you to be authentic in whatever your life is, whatever that looks like for you, whatever that means for you. I don't know. I know for me, myself, and I have learned that it's very powerful when you are vulnerable in a safe space, and then when you show up to the world, you get to show up and be who you really are, right? It's also scary, right? So today I'm going to talk more about it. We're going to go over here because I like to show you what I do as opposed to just talk about it. So that's it for a little bit of FaceTime. And again, if you haven't hit that thumbs up, hit that thumbs up so that we can get the algorithm moving and let them know, let YouTube know I've started the video and we're going on and all the things. All right. So let's go over here to desk time. Ain't she lovely? Isn't she lovely? Her cute. Her is cute. Cute, cute, cute. There was two and I had to decide which one. And this is just, this is actually sketch paper that I took. Hobby Lobby had these books on sale for like $3. And I got like 4 of them. So I'm going to make sketchbooks. But I pulled some paper out of this right here. My volume is going in and out. Oh, Lord. Now that's a new one. Me no no. Is it still? Let me know. Oh, I see my let me see. Need to make sure it's not me. Is everybody back? I had to switch internets so I can know if that was it or not. Let me know if you're back and let me know if you can hear me. Okay, it says that I'm live and says things are good on my end. So hopefully we're back and we're all live. Okay, that's the one thing that I hate about country internet. And it's the end of the month, so I'll get all of my stuff next week, the first of the month. So, but it works. So hopefully, it looks like everybody's back, and hopefully you can hear me well. Okay, now I'm going to share. I did a little video that unboxing my. Let me do for my birthday stuff. My birthday box that I got from my buddy. This is some of the stuff. We got pajamas. We got sleep pants and a sleep shirt. She always gives the best pajamas because I can sleep in them. They're great. This right here is a bag that I am definitely going to turn into a book. Or maybe stick it in here and have it as pockets. Not sure, but it's so pretty. Okay. And then there's watercolor pens. I've never had watercolor pens like these. So let's see. Bernadette, can you hear me? Is it going good? Y'all give me a thumbs up in the chat or a yeah or that a girl or whatever. Let's see. Oh, so I wonder if I do, I might need to get watercolor paper. Oh, that's not good. Oh, well, I know that won't work. Anyways, and probably put water on it. I'm not sure. Okay, we got one back. It's not going to be a great thing, huh? That don't let me be great. And there's nothing else on. Oh, let's not do that now. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. I think we might be good now. I think we might be. Again, it's country internet. It's country internet. That is it all day long. Country internet. So, as I was saying, oh, there's a bug in here now. All right, let's make sure. All right, I think we're back. I think we're back and we think we're good. Today's live, like I wanted to talk about the reason why I want the internet to work. It seems okay for this moment. Okay, let's go because we got it back. I moved my laptop, so maybe it'll do good. Not sure. Don't worry about the end result because you need to focus on starting, right? I was listening to a video when I was coming back from getting Lily Rose's food, and it was talking, and the girl on the video she was painting watercolor. Talia sent it to me, but she had gave a tip, and the tip was just like it was so like yeah, that makes sense. But you know how many people don't start something? They'll talk about it, 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 and they won't start it. I've been on my art journey, like really, really, really this journey here, doing all of the things and my flowers. I'm going to turn this one into a book. I just didn't feel like doing it yesterday. I didn't come in the studio at all yesterday. But this right here, something as simple as this right here, somebody will say that they can't do it. And I will say, yes, you can. Right? That's how I started with the slapping paint on paper. Right? If you're coming, if you're joining, if you're popping through, can you hit that thumbs up? And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate you subscribing to the channel. But don't worry about the end result. Focus on starting. A lot of people worry about dying. Don't worry about dying. Worry about living. Like really. So this right here, somebody would say they wouldn't consider if it back in the day, old Karen would have said, "Oh no, my art is not good enough to sell." And somebody else said to me, "It's like your art is good to sell. Put it in a frame and sell it." And I was like, "Okay, if I wouldn't have just started it, and wouldn't have just did it, then I would still be sitting over here with a whole bunch of prints, a whole bunch of stuff, and I wouldn't have done it." So don't worry about what it's going to turn out. I don't care what it is right now, whatever you might be going through in life. Don't worry about the end result. Just start. A lot of people is worrying about the economy and what's going on in the world right now. Wake up every day, pray, ask God for the strength to go through whatever it is you have to go through. Some of the stuff we won't even really, it probably, let me put it this way, might not even hit us like as bad as we think it is. I don't know. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm not worrying about anything. I'm not worrying about the end result. I'm only focused on each day. Now I'm gonna tell you, and Mr. McCoy always comes in my live knowing that a lot of my stuff I'm gonna be talking about. So here we go. He wakes up every single day as though yesterday didn't happen. And I'd be like, God, I wish I can do that. Like I wish I can have that. Like he doesn't worry about nothing. He definitely don't stress about nothing. And I don't care if I scream to the top of my lung, he still looks at me with the same look like, okay, I'll go do it. You know, so it's not that it's a bad thing. It's just for me, my life has always been on 100. Whereas his is like, I'm just not going to stress over it. It's his daddy. It comes from his daddy's gene. His daddy's like that too. But whatever it is that think about right now today, if you could do one thing today, one thing, don't even think about 2, 3, 4 things. One thing that you could do today. And if you could be successful, what would that one thing be? Like, have you started anything? Like, have you started one thing about it? I always said I wanted a ranch. I always said I wanted land so that I can have horses, cows. I want some goats. I was thinking about sheeps, but I don't want the smell. But who knows? So here we are. I'm sitting on 10.5 acres and I want more. But you got to start somewhere, right? Give yourself the vision, or you already have the vision, and then just pray about it and ask God to give you the provision so that you can move forward. Now these right here, I could do so much with these. I call them art. Somebody that's a over the top artist, I'll say over the top, that is years and years, went to school or whatever, they might find so much wrong with this piece. I can find a lot wrong with it, but it doesn't matter. I'm not worrying about the end result. I only focused on starting. So here we are. I wanted to learn how to do, how to make books, how to make my own junk journals. What I did, got on the internet, figured it out, taught myself, and moved on. Is it perfect? For some people, it might not be, but who cares? Make yourself happy. There's a book. I made this book. You can make this book too. All you have to do is start. Don't worry about the end result. Focus on just starting. Start one thing. Like, here's another book. And I sell these books, right? We got a show coming up in April. A friend of mine called me yesterday. It was like, hey, there's going to be something in April. They're going to have a craft show. I thought about you. Okay, great. Thank you. Here we go. Here's another one. Somebody will buy these. You know why? Because it's handmade with love. And number 2, it's the only one. Nobody else has this. This one, there's a little one. But this one right here, I think this one's mine. Yeah. But somebody asked me what would I charge for a book of my art. Now, I think that'll be a little pricey. You know why? Because it's all original art done by who? Me. Don't worry about the end result. Focus on just starting. Focus on just starting. I don't care what it is. If you want to be a better person, focus on it. That's why going into March, I can't believe I'm already saying we're going into March. We're focusing on being, what are we doing? We're focusing on vulnerability so that we can live a very, very authentic life. We want to embrace our vulnerability. We do not want to hide behind the camera. That's why I do FaceTime and desk time. I am being very vulnerable because I don't want to hide behind just showing you the desk and then you never get to see who this person is. I want to ask you a question, and I did it in the description, but I'm going to ask it in the video. And if you're on Team Replay, I want you to answer in the comments. Have you ever created something so raw and so personal that sharing it felt terrifying? And I mean, even in art, maybe in a relationship, maybe in going up to a man or a woman, talking to them, maybe in starting a new job, and it was very much so terrifying. Maybe you kept it hidden. Like art, you kept it hidden. The job, maybe you wasn't so great and wonderful about it, so you didn't tell your friends because you're afraid of judgment, right? And if you can resonate with any of that, let's just put a heart. I don't know if y'all can put hearts in the comments, whatever, or on replay. Leave me a comment and say, yeah, I can relate to that. But you know what? You're not alone. Vulnerability in art is powerful. Vulnerability in life, in relationships, is even more powerful. Why? Because you're showing up every day in whatever it may be. Like you might feel like you're not 100%. Let's see, how can I say this? You might feel that you're not worthy of maybe doing art, slapping paint on paper. You might feel like you're not the greatest of doing all the things. I don't know. My lifestyle for a minute was like I didn't feel worthy of a lot of things. Y'all, I'm building up my Daniel Smith collection. I have 5 more. We have 6 more that I have to put in, so I'm happy about those. But I'm going to we're going to wake some of this up right here. And while I'm talking, because I want to show you just how easy Just how easy. I'm just going to start. What I said, don't focus on the end result. Focus on just starting. The page is so blank. And when I first started painting, right? When I first started painting, blank pages used to terrify me. I'd be like, how am I going to fill up that whole page? Like, how? How am I going to do that? And now, I don't even worry about it. So, and I love my water to be colored because that kind of takes away of the blank page. Like, you're just going to slap something down. Can you see that? Nope, possibly not. I can. You might can see it. I can see it. But vulnerability in art is powerful. But it also is scary because it's the whole page. So don't avoid starting. I mean, I don't know another way to say it. It's just don't avoid it. Like, embrace starting. Just embrace it. It's okay. You know, what is it? Excuse me if you hear the dog, because she's on the deck and she might get the barking. Lauren is outside. But I remember, like I said, I remember creating in the very beginning when I got started, and I didn't share it, but then I kind of did share it because at the time when I started, we were doing Zooms. This was during COVID, and so I kind of shared a little bit, but only if I felt like it was shareable, right? And then moving on, you realize that even in your life, and this is me. I'm speaking about me right now. I realized that in my life on my journey that I was doing that in more things than just this art thing. Like, I was really not showing up as my authentic self in the world because I felt like everybody was expecting me to be perfect, or because I had professed to be a Christian, and if I cried or if I said that I was sad or missing my children or a child at the time, that people would judge and say I wasn't a good Christian. That wasn't my problem. That was their problem. So now I live an authentic life. I don't give a darn what they have to say, right? I really don't. I show up for Karen first. So when I wake up in the morning, I wake up to please me first. So when you're thinking about, like, just as simple as me slapping this water on this paper, I'm not even thinking about it. I'm not thinking about what the end is going to look like. I'm only handling what's going on in the moment. I'm slapping paint on the paper, and I'm not worrying about what the end result going to be. I'm not worrying about what nobody's going to say. I'm not worrying about, is it going to look great? I'm not. I'm just simply, normally when I'm not on a live, I'm normally talking to myself and be like, girl, don't worry about it. You got this. Just let's slap some paint on some paper. Let's have fun, right? Don't worry about the end result. Focus on just starting. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to say that. Like, it's the real deal of life. So going into March, we will be talking more about and digging more into being authentic, so that being vulnerable so that you can show up as your authentic self, right? And I really 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 mean not cussing folk out, like, because you gotta embrace your feelings, but sometimes people need to be kind of put in their place a little bit. Like, not so much that you're, like, again, you're not cussing them out and telling them that they're crap. But what you are doing, you're accepting that you are who you are. And this is one thing I've had to do on my journey. And after my son was killed, I really, really started showing up more for me because it wasn't about everybody else. I was the one hurting. I was the one that was putting on this facade, putting on these fakeness so that I can be whatever I felt like they wanted me to be, which was strong because I'm a Christian. I'm claiming that I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, right? And so the one thing that I needed to do was make sure that I show up great, right? So that's just it. How many people show up in their authentic self? How many people show up when they don't want to show up? Like, think about times when you think about this. You know, you get invited somewhere and you know you don't like the people, or you know you don't, and most of the time you just don't want to deal with people. It's not that you don't like them, you just don't want to deal with people at, certain points, certain times. I don't know. Again, I'm going to use me. But when I've learned in 2024, I learned that I just didn't want to do a lot of the showing up for other people because they wanted me to. I wanted to really continue to take time for Karen to heal and also to know what that looked like for me, right? So then I had to say no a lot of times. That's pretty. Don't worry about the end result. Focus on just starting. That's pretty. Like if I don't do anything else, I can say I started. Like if you want to paint or if you want to be a millionaire, how can you be a millionaire if you don't even start to make $5? Sell your art. I sell my art. My art ranges from anywhere. I think the most that I've sold my art for was $300. I have a painting on my wall now that has a $500 price tag on it. It's called Your Tears because it's my tears literally in the artwork, and it has gold flicks of whatever that gold paint is that I use. It meant a lot to me to make it, but I never thought about selling it until somebody said yes. And here's the price tag that you need to put on it. Don't worry about the end result. You don't here's the thing. You might be like, well, what if I don't make no money? Well, what if you do? Same thing with my speaker life. What if I get up there and nobody listens? But what if they do? So whatever it is in life that you want to do, y'all, just look. Don't worry about the end. Focus on starting. My artwork speaks for me. And most of the time I realize that people that resonate with my art, um, it's people that, like, for one, want to support in their artists, or either they don't want to paint, they feel like they can't, but they want to, support. And I even tell them, it's like, you can do this, right? And they're like, no, I can't do it. I'll just buy yours. Okay. I mean, I ain't gonna say no, but at the at the end of the day, don't worry about the end. Focus on starting. Like, man, it's just it was it when the lady said that on that live, and she was painting, and then when she said it, I guess somebody I was driving when I was looking at it, and so I'm assuming somebody asked her in the comments, a tip for starting and how to do it, and most of the time people ask me about water, the water ratio to the pigment and stuff like that. And I'd be like, I don't know. I just slap paint on paper. I don't want to figure out all that stuff because then if I do, then I feel like I'm going to be trying to spend too much time on rules that I just don't give a flying flip about. Don't worry about the end result. Focus on starting. Like this right here is 3 peonies at the end of it. Now that I'm done, I was trying to decide what it was, but then now that my muscle memory, it automatically does peonies automatically. Okay, so I gotta give a station identification, gotta give a commercial for Team Replay. If you're on the replay right now, or if you're on the live and you have not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, that bell notification, so that you will be notified when I do go live, because sometimes I pop on here because it'd be something in my mind that be so I gotta get it out, and I'd rather go on and talk to you on live than to be trying to record a video. And then I would try to record a video, and then I do more, what do you call it, editing. I don't got time for that. I don't. I'm trying to show up as in my authentic self, and growing my YouTube channel is very authentic, and I want to be very vulnerable. So therefore, there are a lot of people that I won't connect with because I'm just not their jam. And that's in life too. I'm just not everybody's jam. Hell, there's some people in my family I'm not their jam either. And I'm okay. I've learned to be okay with that. Dawn said I want to get that pretty purple book that I love, love, love too. But If you're on Team Replay, and if you're on the live, what is something that you wanted to start? Like, literally, what is something that you thought about it and you wanted to start, but you haven't? If you want to, share in the comments so that we can like be team you. Want to show you, want to help you. I'm here to tell you, don't worry about the end result, focus on starting. If I never would have put a piece of art up on my Instagram, because that's where it went. It was on my Instagram page and said that I created this and it was going to be I think I didn't put a price on it, but I just said available now. Just like I did with my I feel like some leaves need to pop up through there, like they just look like they just come through. You know, bouquets are not my forte. Slapping paint on paper is. But that's cute. I like that. I like that. And y'all know I was talking about, I did a live on the granulating watercolors. Now that I've learned and took more time to really invest in the thought process of granulating watercolors, because Daniel Smith is my jam. My what do you call them? Handmade watercolors, they didn't respond as much, so I'm assuming some of them just are not. But Daniel Smith is definitely, and I need to get the new colors. I forgot all about they had new colors that were coming out. But look at that. Oh, did you see? See, don't worry about the end result. Just start. And then as you're going on the journey, you get to just pop out and be like, oh my God, that is just so pretty. Like in the beginning, it was a white piece of paper. I couldn't have said that, right? But I wasn't worrying about the end result. I just started. And y'all, this is me. This is what I want to tell you in life. Don't worry about the end result. Just start. You don't know if you can do it until you maybe try it, right? Who knew? Maybe that like I was literally gonna. I knew, but some people don't know. Cause I know my mom. She asked me. She's like, you ever knew that you like was gonna own a lot of land?" Yes, I did. Yeah, I sure did. Because I always knew that I never wanted to be next door neighbors. Like I didn't ever want to be close next door neighbors. Like now that I'm an empty nester and it's just me and the dogs and me and the dogs and the Lord and my husband. Like you got to, when you come out here, you got to want solitude. Y'all see the internet. Y'all see how it's acting up. Just look, and don't come on a Monday and a Wednesday around 3 o'clock, because I need my internet for the live. But look at that. Now hold on, she ain't done. Cause see now I have now that it's on the page and I see my flowers. Like if I just let it dry, it's coming. It's coming to life even more. Thank you, Dawn. It's coming to life even more. Like I get to see this. I need to learn, like, where's my cheat sheet? But I want to say that's Opera Rose. See, I got my little cheat sheet for all of my colors that's in my palette. And then I'm going to put some kind of how I'm going to make it cute. But yes, yes, let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, that's Opera Pink or Quinacridone. I think it's Rose. Quinacridone Rose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's Opera Pink. Yep, it's Opera Pink. This one right here. And so that is pretty. So to get it to where you wanna, if I wanted to do something else, I won't worry about what the end. If you're worrying about what the end of this project is going to look like, I don't like that already. So we can go on and wipe that off. But we can go back into that pink and put some of that in there, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, this wasn't a how-to video. This was a don't worry about the end. Focus on starting. Don't have a fear of judgment. Don't let that block your creativity. You know where, y'all know where the most dreams are? The most dreams are in the cemetery. in the cemetery. You know why? Because somebody was just too scared to start, right? They didn't want to. And they took that dream to the cemetery. And who is it helping now? Nobody. So for me, over here on my journey of healing after the loss of more, like now it's more my son, and I since I've been grieving my son, I've realized there was a lot of grief that I hadn't done with my daughter's death. Because why? I admitted my feelings. There are some things I had to acknowledge, and now I'm healing. Like I'm totally healing. And some people, will say, she's not a people person anymore. She ain't never really been a people person. She dealt with people. But now I want to be very authentic. I want people to accept me for who I am. I was talking to Leslie yesterday, one of my friends, and we were and I was looking at Married to Medicine. And listen, if you want a good chuckle over people having their life on TV, just look at it for giggles, its and giggles. And I was telling her, we was trying to say who she said who she was as the woman, and I said who I was. And Heavenly is the one that I love. Heavenly is just raw. Now Heavenly has a lot of, to me, Heavenly has a lot of still needs to unpack some hurt and some things, but she's very honest with all of the things that she needs and whatever. And she'll come back and she'll apologize when she says stuff in anger. And I've definitely worked on that real good, not to just to be quiet, because you can't undo words that you say. So, but I like when a person is authentic, even if you are just the nastiest person. I like the authenticity. Why? Because you're not being fake. Like you're not showing up in the world wanting people to just accept all your BS.com just because you feel like you should. No, you get to say what you want to without fear of judgment or people judging you or whatever. It doesn't matter, right? But realize that also that there might be something that's in the mental capacity compartment of your brain that you might need to heal if you don't feel any remorse about saying stuff to people. That's what I'm saying. And so because she comes back and she apologizes, and she really, I really do believe she means it. I really do. And the reason why is because in my past time of just really wanting to just bless somebody out, it's because they've hurt me, and therefore I wanted to hurt them back. Now I just be like, Lord, you know what? You handle that, because they don't know no better, and I don't have time to fool with the foolishness. Okay. And so now that I've started doing that, I don't even, I try not to say things that I can't take back. That's just it. This I'm loving. Y'all, you know what I said in the beginning. Don't worry about the end result. Focus on starting. Focus on starting. Vulnerability, it is a muscle, and you have to work it out every single day. It's like any skill that you have, anything like going to school, you go to school, you learn some things, mediation, you got to go and, check on some things, you got to get that skill. You got to keep it in practice. Like right here, if I stop, well, let's say riding a bike. If I rode a bike, I hadn't ridden a bike since we were in, I want to say since we were in Germany. But if I get on a bike now, I'm quite sure I still would have to, well, for one, I have to get me a bigger seat. And for two, I probably have to, take it slow. I probably would. I wouldn't take it too fast. I'd probably make sure, for number one, we exercise that muscle so it can get going again, right? So you don't have to share your deepest truths overnight when I'm with vulnerability. So, like, yes, you might want to ride a bike or whatever. That might be easier than being vulnerable. Maybe. Some people might say that. I don't know. But for me, I've just learned that over time, when somebody say, how are you doing? And if you're not doing so great, I think it's better to be vulnerable about that. So here's a challenge for you. I want you to set a timer for 5 minutes and create something each day, or one day, or today. I don't know. Write something, draw something, sing something. Don't overthink it. Like literally, don't overthink it, and just let it go, let it go. Right? For me, mine just happened to be trying out different things with my watercolors. Now there we are. We're done. We're done. And she cute. Don't worry about the end result. Focus on starting. This started out as a blank page. It was a blank page. I went from here to here in less than 30 minutes. Now, some people might say, well, you know how to do that. Okay. All right. Let's take that. I do. But if you don't know how to do it, take a paintbrush, take a brush, take a pen, take whatever you want, and just literally slap the paint down on the paper. Just get you some paint and just slap it down. Don't worry about the end result. Just focus on starting. And just go out the just go. So if you're writing, right? And let's say you'd be like, why you go down? Well, it's a flower that my hand just automatically does. Well, let's just put some water on it. And let's say you don't know how much water to put on it. Just get some water there. Mix up your water because it got pigment water in there. And at the same time, while you're focusing on this right here, think about what it is you want in being vulnerable. Do you want to tell somebody something? Do you want somebody to tell you something? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to, I don't know. Do you want to move? Do you want to go to Hawaii? I say Hawaii because Leslie's getting ready to go to Hawaii, so it's on my brain. Do you want to breed dogs? Do you want to learn how to paint? What is it that you want to do? Now there's that. Just that fast. That's not hard. It's not. Don't think about it. Right? Don't think about it at all. Let your vulnerability inspire you. This inspires me to do what? I can sit here and I can keep flipping the pages and just putting stuff on there, right? Just think about it from like if you whatever you are, like if you're an artist, you're a writer, you're a creator, or if it's somebody you admire. What makes their work powerful? What makes you want to look at their work? If you're a photographer, what makes you want to look at the photographer's work? If you like makeup and you're a makeup artist, what makes you like or admire the things that you see? That's the same power that exists in you when you give other people compliments. It's the same thing that you see in yourself. Now this right here, I'm going to hold off because I'm going to do something else with this. I'm not going to finish it, but we're going to rip it off. Same thing. I can start it again, but I want to go back. Don't worry about the end result. Focus on starting. There we go. All right. Just that simple. So what's one thing you can create today that feels vulnerable but free? And I'm going to put that question in the chat after this video, after this live is over. What's one thing you can create today that feels vulnerable but free? And when we put it in the comment, we hold each other accountable. Hey, we're done with this time. Because I got the puppy that's coming, so I want to be a little right on time with my live so that I can be here. I can be out there when they bring the puppy. So we're dog sitting for Brock, one of the puppies. Okay. But yeah, don't worry about the end result. Focus on just beginning. Whatever it is, focus on just beginning. This studio we've been here for 3 years in this house. And the studio is still not, it's not at its place where I'm happy to where it feels great. But I love it though, so don't get me wrong. But I don't worry about the end result. And the end result could be maybe when I build my dream house with my dream studio. But I don't even know what my dream studio looks like right now, which is why I keep moving this studio around. Like some of you know the desk was over that way and it was that way, but it's right back. So it must be something about this way because I like it to where you can see the sun, see the sun shining when it's daytime, and you get to see, you know, something. Hey, because Dawn has snow. So she gets to see, I get to go outside and walk around. But yeah, don't worry about the end result. Focus on the beginning. Okay, team replay, if you're watching, I asked the question. And the question was, what's one thing that you can create today that makes what? That makes you feel vulnerable and free? I don't know what it could be. Mine happens to be to get in the studio and create books, make books. Like this book is made from oh yeah, see, this is I can show you now. This pad right here, the back of this pad, that's what this book is made out of, one of those. That's it. Just two of them I cut in half. Don't worry about the end. Don't worry about the end result. Just focus on starting. Take one day at a time and just start. Whatever it is, I don't know what it is. Just start. You're staying in. I'm going out. I'm going to take the dogs out and we're going to have a little fun. I'm going to walk out with them in about 10 minutes and then let them hang out because again, it has been a little cold and so they've been in and I didn't want them to be out in the cold. So they've been out twice today. I only put them up so that I could come and do the live. So they've had some good outside time. They might be okay hanging in until Mr. McCoy comes and let them out to go potty because they were out all morning. They were out about 3 hours. And they're they're inside dogs, so they don't like hanging out outside. So that's another thing that when people ask, they'll be like, but you got the dogs in their crates. Trust me, they're happy in their crates because they're outside running. In the 2.5 acres that we have, they are running free. And when they finally settle down, all they want to do is go to sleep. So that is all I have for you today. Remember, next week we start our series. And our series is going to be talking about vulnerability. And it's going to be talking about vulnerability from a place of power. And you have to look at it from where you are in your life. I just happen to be that I found power in my vulnerability in my artwork. Just like I just shared literally how I did this. When I first started, it didn't look like this. It didn't look nothing like this. And I have my prints to show. Each one I have to show. But you know what I did? I practiced every day. Every single day, I practice. I still practice. This to me isn't perfect. It isn't perfect, but I promise you I can put it in a frame, put it in a mat, and I can sell it and somebody will buy it. So don't worry about the end result. Just start. All right, guys. I thank you guys for hanging out with me, and thank you for hanging out with me with the internet being wonky. But I can say next week, for the next 2 weeks, we will have good internet. I'm going to kind of not use it so much so that way that I have it for my lives because I hate for it to be buffering and all the things. You're welcome, Dawn. Listen, y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all on Monday. Or you know what? If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification because I might go live other than Mondays and Wednesdays. I do like to share. And so Mondays and Wednesdays I just can't hold it. Okay? And keep watch on the on the channel because I have some videos that I'm uploading. I don't like uploading videos because I spend too much time editing them. I hate editing videos. I like live. I rather show up in my vulnerability with all of my flaws and hey, I don't worry about it. It's not how you start. Well, don't worry about how you start. It's the end. Don't worry about the end result. Just start. See, I was going to mix that up with another one because that goes with something else. But at the end of the day, just start. If you want something done, just do it. If you want to become a millionaire, you have to sell $5 worth of product first. You don't go straight to $1 million. It's a process. I mean, some people do, but if you want to start the business, but you got to start somewhere. Have a great day, guys. Thank y'all for showing up. As always, love you guys. and take care of you because y'all know we can't be pouring from empty cups. See you later.